Hello! It's that time of the year again where I stare directly at the monitor instead of the camera and make all of you confused as to why I'm not looking directly at you in the eye, because my monitor's huge and my camera's... It's the end of the year, the time of the year where I like to recap. I tend to get a little sentimental at the end of the year, and so I tend to make these videos where I just kind of talk. Usually I have a planned thing of what I'm going to say. I'm just going to yap. 2023 has been an interesting year for me. There's been a lot of good things that happened in my life, a lot of not so good things that have happened in my life, and a lot of just things that have... It's a big year of change for me. Big year, which is weird, because this is technically on paper not supposed to be a year where a lot changes for me. And when I say things change, not only do I mean just creatively and who I am, like in the internet world, but also just me as a person. It's been a big year of realizing what I want to do with myself in the future. And I think 2024 is a year that's going to continue that. I think it's going to be a year of self-discovery. And I think 2023 was also a year of self-discovery. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about my place in the world. I'm learning about the people around me. And I'm learning just kind of my values, you know? And it's like, these are all things I've kind of known, but just exploring them more, becoming more confident in them. At the start of this year, this channel blew up. I got a lot of the people who are watching this video now. You weren't here until like January 2023. And now it's almost January 2024. It's crazy how a year's already gone by. I started off basically up until July, I think, posting pretty consistently and getting pretty good views. I was streaming a lot. We were getting a lot of new people in the community. And then I just kind of fell off. I started doing more things outside of YouTube and just kind of fell off the upload train. You know, I got a little burnt out because I was doing so much. And I continued to do so much that just wasn't on here. You just didn't see all that stuff. And I definitely burnt myself out more so than I ever have before this year. And I think that's a mistake I want to fix in 2024. As for what that means with this channel, you know, we've done a lot of cool things this year. I've been enjoying streaming. I've been enjoying making videos, but I don't think I'm going to try and commit to the grind like I once did. I was going to try and commit to the grind this month, and then I stopped within a few days when I realized I had a bunch of videos where I was so clearly unenthusiastic to be filming said video. And so going into 2024, I think I'm just going to take an approach of, if I'm not feeling the creative force or energy to do said thing, I'm not going to do it. You know, I've been doing YouTube for almost 11 years. This April will be 11 years of me doing YouTube. I need to figure out new things. I want to do different things. I don't want to just be the guy who does Let's Plays. Will I still keep doing them? Yeah, sure. I like doing Let's Plays. But I'm not going to force myself to upload. So videos in 2024 will occur, but it'll be very spontaneous. I'll try and upload more than I do now. But again, it all depends how I'm feeling. If one day I just decide I don't want to upload for a month, I'm not going to upload for a month. I'm not going to force myself because I've just got so much I do outside of this. You know, YouTube, my own personal channel, isn't the only thing I do. I edit for other YouTubers. I'm a writer and a director. I'm a producer. I still go to school. I do so many different things. It's a wonder that I have time management skills, because I get so much stuff done, and I'm looking back on this year and I'm like, oh, that was this year? And the fact that I still had time to spend with friends and family blows my mind. And I think next year is going to be a year of really finding my niche just as a person. I like a lot of things. I enjoy doing things. I enjoy creating things, but I can't do everything. You know, you can't do all the things. Eventually you gotta find what you like and stick to it. And so I think that's what 2024 is going to be for me, because in 2023 I tried to do everything, and that's physically not possible. You're going to burn yourself out sooner than later, and you can work through the burnout, but it's just not going to make you a happy person. And I think that's something I definitely learned this year. I also think I want to pursue different things on YouTube. I really like scripted content. I'm a big fan of that kind of style, and I'd like to start doing that more. I'll figure out how I'm going to do that in what capacity, but I hope you join me on that journey. So that's like, I guess, YouTube updates. In terms of my life, I mean, I think I finally found the direction I want to go. I'm figuring out a lot about myself. I lacked a lot of self-confidence in the past however many years I've been alive. And 2023 was a big year of trying to gain some of that self-confidence back, and it's a winding journey, and I'm still doing it to this day. And hopefully 2024 I continue to achieve that self-confidence. I mean, obviously confidence is one of the best things you can have in yourself, and while you can fake it, that doesn't necessarily mean you have it, right? And I think I've learned that as a person. And I would say 2023, I became a lot more confident in who I am as a person, and I'm more proud of myself. And I think that's something I need to continue to work on into 2024. I also, despite what my friends would say, I think I've learned to say no to projects a lot more. There are a lot more people I have said no to this year, when usually I would just be like, yeah, let me do that project, and I just pick it up because I was like, oh, I want to be nice. But no, I have learned to say no a lot. My biggest problem, and I'm glad I notice it, I just need to work on it, is I try to do too many things. You know, I like a lot of things, which leads me to do a lot of things. Like, I like horror movies. I like video games. I want to make videos about video games. I want to make videos about horror movies. I also want to edit for other YouTubers. There's 3 things right there, and that list keeps going. Not everything I need to do, not everything I do needs to be content. You know, I need to figure out, you know, the difference between a hobby and between content, you know? And again, I think that's something I worked on in 2023, but I didn't achieve to the level I hoped I had. And so that's why going into 2024, my word, a lot of people have like goals, and sure, I have some goals for 2024, but I think my biggest thing is I always like to take a word of what I want 2024 to be the year of for me. I don't remember what my word was for 2023, so who knows if I achieved it. I think it was like self-discovery. It's like a hyphenated word. But my word for 2024 is going to be moderation. I want to do everything in moderation. I don't want to overdo it. You know, obviously sometimes you'll overdo it, but I don't need to overdo it on everything. And I think that's my biggest goal for the year. Also, another thing that I didn't really talk about, just because I didn't ever want to really be a Debbie Downer, but it is something that changed how I approach certain things in this year, is I did lose a family pet, a dog that my family had had since I was in like 4th grade, passed away, which hit me a little hard just because I had basically grown up with her. And I love her a lot, and I miss her. And that definitely changed my perspective on like approaching how much time is left. You know, time's going to run out for everyone at some point. And so taking the time to be, you know, with friends, with family, and not just sitting on a computer working was a big thing I tried to do this year. And I think I did a good job at it. I think, you know, my workaholic nature is still a detriment to me as a person, but I think I did a good job at suppressing that urge to constantly be working in 2023, and I hope in 2024 I can do that a lot more. But yeah, I think that's really all I have to talk about for 2023. It was a good year. I mean, on the you know, getting all the sad stuff aside, I did a lot of cool things. I made some movies. I went to South by. I went to Fantastic Fest. I hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm almost gonna hit 3,000. I mean, that blows my mind. We posted, I think I posted like 100 videos this year. I did a lot. I think I posted 113 videos. I mean, that's a lot, guys. Our Discord continues to grow. The audience continues to grow. Members continue to grow, and I'm excited to see this channel keep growing into the next year. And I appreciate all of you for joining me on this ride. And I hope your year was filled with more highs than you had lows. But even if you did have a lot of lows, I hope you keep a positive attitude, and I hope you go into 2024 and make it your year. Because obviously at the end of the day, time just keeps marching on, and you just got to be the best person you can be, and that's what I try to live by. So yeah, thank you all so much for a fantastic year. I hope you also had fantastic years, and I will see you all in 2024. Bye!